Hi, I'm Chas with Chas's Crazy Creations, and I'm excited to be here with Hometalk, the world's largest DIY community for home and garden. If you are tuning in between 8 and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will be online to answer any questions you have regarding this episode. Today we're going to be talking about floors. So we're going to deal with wood floors, we're going to deal with tile and grout, and then we're also going to deal with laminate floors. So I'll be using a variety of products. Let me explain a few of them before we get started, because all of these are mix and match friendly for all of you. So when I clean my floor, the first thing I want to do is clear the space. So I've mostly cleaned the space here, but get your chairs out of the way, get your stools out of the way, move your things out of the way so that you can get every surface. Otherwise you're going to be pulling and going. You want to be efficient with your time. So move things out of the way so that you can just clean easily. Otherwise, like I said, you'll just be moving as you go. The next thing you want to do is whatever your vacuum cleaner is that you have, you're going to use your vacuum cleaner or a broom if you prefer, but I like vacuum cleaners because they tend to suck up the dirt a little bit better, and you're going to vacuum your space. And you're going to get all the nooks and crannies, because say there was a rock on your floor, especially your wood floors, and you start mopping, you could create scratches on your floor because you didn't get that rock out of the way. So we'll do a little brief tutorial about vacuuming. Here we go. And again, any vacuum cleaner is fine. This one happens to be a cordless shark. I've got a couple different vacuum cleaners in my home for different reasons. One thing I wanted to note, if you didn't notice, is how slow I vacuum. And a lot of floor cleaning is about slow and steady. So, and I forgot something important. In the comments, drop where you're watching from. I'm here in Fort Collins, Colorado. So where are you watching from? So drop that in the comments. Feel free to share this with anybody you feel might be interested, and we always appreciate the likes and hearts and happy emojis along the way. So slow and steady is the biggest thing, and if it helps, you can always put a song in your head. So one song that maybe a lot of people know is Staying Alive. So you might think of, staying alive as you're vacuuming, and you want to, go back and forth and layer your strokes so that you're overlapping and not going too fast. Too fast means that you're just going to push stuff around and it doesn't have time to suck up. So even with the floor cleaning beyond the vacuuming, slow and steady is the key. So I'm going to move my vacuum cleaner out of the way, and we're going to talk quickly about what we're going to clean the wood floor with. Now this wood floor, we have been in this house about 20 years and it's still got its shine, and yes, I've been through a lot of different explorations on how to clean wood floors. So we're going to talk about options, and one option is, this is a mop handle, and then you can buy these mops like this, and there's a reason, so patience with me while I do this. Okay, and then you're going to put that on there like so and tighten it in. You can buy these at hardware stores or places like Walmart, Target, online, those kind of places. Why do I like this kind? Well, I am a stickler for one, being eco-friendly, but two, a lot of people use mops like this, and what do you end up doing? You put it in the dirty water, or in the clean water, you wash your floor, you put it in the dirty water, you push it around, you put it in the dirty water, then you go hang it up to dry, you get it out next time, you're just pushing dirty water around all the time. I like them when they remove so I can wash them after every cleaning, and I'm starting with a clean, fresh mop every time. So that is why I always use reusable mops and different things. I'd like to launder them, so I'm starting with a clean, fresh thing each time. So I will be using this more for my tile floor, so I'm going to move that over here. You can use it for wood. You can use it for laminate. Another option are these. They have Velcro on the bottom, they're flat. They often come with a microfiber cloth like this. And again, reusable. Launder it, start from scratch with a clean one. You just stick it on like that, and you'll mop this way. So very easy, and then you unvelcro it and launder it. So that's another option. I'm gonna move that one over here. And then another option, and again, there are a lot of possibilities, so it's really up to you what you want to use. This is a steamer, and I'll explain why I, for the most part, use this one on my wood floors and my laminate floors. You put distilled water inside here. Why distilled? Well, it keeps the components inside clean, because some people have water that is not fantastic, and then it won't work so good. So then with that, again, same thing, another microfiber reusable cloth. There are different brands. You can mix and match, generic versus brand name. It's your choice. And then same thing, there's Velcro on the bottom of this. You're gonna go stick it on just like that. Fill your water in. Distilled water, spring water works as well. You're gonna undo this and you're gonna plug it in. So let me set this down and plug it in. So the number one thing that I was told when I had this wood floor is there is only one thing you should use on a wood floor to clean it, and that is water. Shouldn't be using anything else, because vinegar will dry out your wood. Soap will dry out your wood. So water is the important thing. So mostly all these years we've been using water on our floors to clean it. So that's the important thing. If you have any tips or tricks, please put those in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you use, your favorite things, or if you learned something from somebody, that's a great tip for all of us to learn from, that's great. So I've got this on. Now, why a steamer versus water? You can absolutely mop the floor any of those other ways with water. Put it in a spray bottle, put it, dip it in a bucket of water and then mop it. This one, it's wet, and then the heat from it kills, I think it's 99% of the germs. So the steam and the heat is gonna kill your germs. That's one of the reasons I converted to the steamer. You're gonna turn it on, you're gonna get it going. Now, one of the other big things that's helpful is sometimes you take this microfiber cloth and you get it wet first, because otherwise the water needs to soak through and get it wet before it starts going. All right, so I've got it going here. It's steaming away. As you can see, the steam is coming up. And it's important to work backwards. So I'm gonna go back and forth, slow and steady with my steamer. And cords are my favorite, right? They always get in our way. And you're just gonna work your way back and forth. And we're not gonna do my whole kitchen. We're just gonna do a little sample so you can see it. And again, think of the slow song. The faster you go, the less you kill. So a lot of you will say, hey, there's not as much shine. Hey, there's a residue on my floor. So what that is buildup over time of the chemicals that have been used on a floor sometimes. Like Pledge Floor Cleaner is the stickiest residue stuff ever. You pour that in and then you wash the floors with it. Well, that stuff's sticky. That's just attracting dirt to your floors. Maybe makes them non-slippery, but at the same point, you are just making your floor stickier. The other thing that makes our floors gross are oils from our feet, dirt from outside, pets, kids, all of this stuff. Cooking, the particles from your grease float up in the air and then land on your floor. So those all land on your floor, creating that film. So, okay, I've got maybe this spot that's got film or a spot that's got dirt. Just go over extra. Take your time. It will clean up. You just have to go slow and steady. And of course, if you've got buildup over time, it's gonna take a while, but it will go away over time. So you don't have to get it all off the first time, but it might take 3 or 4 cleanings. Just be patient with it. It will come off. All right, so here we go. I'm going backwards, but I'll stop here for this because I do want to bring up another option about the floor here. All right, so there you go. There's the floor, all clean with the steamer. And again, any of those other mopping options would have been just fine. So you could use the other mop that's wet, either the microfiber one or the other mop. just the biggest thing I can stress is always start with a clean mop. All right, I'm gonna have my camera person, Brielle, my daughter. Thank you for helping us, Brielle. Yay. And we're gonna talk a little bit about this product right here. This is Murphy's Oil Soap, and it is, I think it says 98% natural. So those of us who don't like chemicals, me, this is a good option. So this is good for wood. So if you want a little soap, say you're like, ooh, I just can't get this stuck spot off, or you know, something has spilled on the floor and you walked over it with your socks and then it's got like circle with the sticky sock fuzz in it, or your cabinets, you need to clean your cabinets. This stuff is great. You just follow the directions and you put it in a bucket and you wipe it. You can wipe it by hand. You can wipe your cabinets with it. But if you're doing your floors and you've got those spots, you can either A, put it in a bucket and use it to mop, but then do a warm water rinse, because soap also leaves a little bit of a sticky residue behind. So mop your floor with this stuff, then rinse it. Okay, so, and this has a little bit of oil in it, which is what's important for our floors. Because our floors, if we don't moisturize our wood, it dries out, and that's part of the problem. So, okay, so I just put a little bit in here. You can read the directions on how much. I didn't put very much in this one. And I'm gonna fill this water bottle up with some water, like so. I'm gonna screw the top on, give it a little shake so it's good and mixed. And this is your spot cleaner. So again, you can use this on your cabinets, you can use this on your floor, because sometimes, you know, you're mopping and it's just not coming up. So you'll just go squirt, squirt, squirt it on the floor, let it sit there for a couple minutes, and then do your mopping and the stuff will come right up. So great stuff for degreasing and yet moisturizing your floor at the same time. Otherwise, water only on those wood floors, everybody, only water. Okay, and if you don't have a steamer, this will also help kill the germs, but then again, warm water rinse. All right, tile floors. Let's move on to tile floors. So I've got my ancient bucket. This bucket is as old as our marriage, maybe even longer, over 22 years then that would be. And this is good old vinegar. So I'm just gonna put vinegar in here. And most buckets, if you can get a bucket with lines inside, can you see those lines right here? Our bucket's very gross, I'm sorry about that. Do you see these lines at all? Well, there's little lines here and they all have numbers. So I'm gonna go with number 1, and I'm gonna put vinegar inside this bucket to the first line. And I just buy this at Sam's Club. It's just plain vinegar, the kind you cook with, you know, just you can get it anywhere. Walmart, Target, grocery store. Okay, now I'm gonna fill it with water. And I'm gonna fill it to the number 10. I had to think about that for a second. So 1 was the vinegar, 10 is the water. And this is for tile floors and grout. And the same goes for showers. The same goes for, you know, anything, backsplashes, anything that's got tile or grout, this is gonna work on. So the same ratio. So I'm putting this in a bucket, but you could put it in this squirt bottle. They all have these numbers on them. And then you can clean your tile in your shower or your backsplash with this vinegar water mixture. And you're just gonna spray it on and wipe your bathrooms, spray it on and wipe your backsplashes. I'm trying to think of other things that have tile on them. But anything has tile and grout. I learned this from a tile installer because I was having trouble with my tile floors and grout being clean. And I had tried so many different techniques, and again, always starting with a clean mop, so I was frustrated. I tried bleach, I tried all kinds of stuff, and I don't want to use bleach on my floors, really. But this is what he said is the way to clean your floors. This is what he told me, and it actually has worked. So, story on my floors is, yes, I had the buildup. Tile is porous. Dirt gets trapped in that tile. Grout is porous. It gets trapped in there as well. So you're getting all of that dirt stuck in there. So when you just use a plain mop, it just pushes over the top. You're not really getting into those creases and crevices. My grout had changed color. I'm gonna go around, I'll meet you over here. So over time that grout had changed color. So it's a light gray and it turned to like this dark gray. And then, you know, the tile was kind of brown and it was weird. And nothing I was doing was working. So this is the trick they told me to do, and it has worked. Again, now if you have dirty tile, it's going to take time. If you have a special way you like to clean tile floors, please drop that in the comments below. If you have a special way you like to clean wood floors, please put that in the comments below. If there's something you want to see us clean, please put that in the comments. We'd love to know. Okay, continuing on. This is a deck brush. You can buy them, you know, separate like this, and then I can get a pole and you stick them together, or they can come like this. I got this one from Lowe's, so hardware stores, grocery stores, they're everywhere too. So this stuff's not hard to find. That's the best part. Okay, again, all natural cleaner, some of my favorite stuff. So all you do with this now is you're gonna go with your tile. Same thing with the shower, a little brush like that helps you work wonders. They had those extendy brushes with scrub pads on the bottom. Those should work too, but this is what the tile guy told me. So I'm just gonna splash a little of this water onto my tile. Yes, it's kind of messy, but again, not hurting anything. And you're just gonna scrub it back and forth. And again, slow and steady is the key here. And as you can see, we have a lot of tile in this house. I wanted walkways from the front to the back. When you've got kids or dogs or whatever, you want something that cleans up really well. So we have a lot of tile. Please share this with anybody who would like to know something about cleaning floors. We appreciate any of those likes and shares and all that stuff too. And again, in those comments, please, please, please share us any tips you have. All right, well, I'm not gonna do this whole tile floor. I promise. So, if you have a problem spot, again, over time this is going to clean itself. Don't sit here and go, oh, you know, because that is really hard on your back and it's really hard on your arms. It will clean up over time. Mine, like, I don't know, after say a decade, I was realizing all this was wrong, and then it only took like a few cleanings before it all came back to its normal color. So, nice and slow, back and forth a couple times. You're covering both the grout and the tile with this. The deck brush is doing the work. I am not pushing really hard. I'm gonna back up a little bit more. Just a little bit more for everybody. So bend your knees, curve your back, good form. That's the dancer in me telling all of you about not hurting yourself. Get extendy brushes so you can do it upright. That's fine too. Doesn't need a lot of pushing. I don't have to work hard at this. All right. Pretend I've done my whole tile floor. Yay! All done. I have all tile in my bathrooms too. So next, in any bucket, any deck brush works fine. Any of these work. This is my industrial one. Again, we have a lot of tile. This is just a warm water rinse in here. Clean water. And you want one of these little wring out things if you're going to use this kind of mop. But they have other buckets, cheaper versions, not so industrial. This one came from the hardware store again. We just have a lot of tile. So, told you I was gonna use this for our tile floors, so I will. One of those microfiber ones would work just as well for this part too. So, next what you're gonna do is you're gonna just take your clean mop and your clean water. Now the acidity in the vinegar is what was doing a lot of the cleaning and a lot of the work. So now you're just gonna go back and forth. And you notice I have bare feet on. You can use like slippers and stuff, but if you were in your socks, you might get your feet wet. Front to back, usually good idea. But you're just gonna mop however way. You can mop side to side. Good ab workout. Tuck your pelvis in. Get those abs on. Some lunging, some squats. Yeah, might as well, right? Hey, okay. Rinse when you want. There's not really right or wrong answer. there and I'm rinsing it out. So I'm pushing that dirty water back in there. Yes, you're gonna dip it a few times, but if you clean frequently enough and the acidity in the vinegar, you're gonna find that that water shouldn't get that dirty. Different ways. Shake it up. Get both sides on. My daughter is cracking up at me for talking about getting a workout. Again, I am not working that hard, though. This made a huge difference changing to this style of cleaning. So, all right, so I just rinsed it. That's all you do. Now, you can let it air dry, or one of my kids' favorite things to do used to be talked about ice skating in our house. Putting a couple of old clean towels, and then they would like skate. It's good for your inner thighs. There's some more workout stuff. Use your glutes and skate to clean it and dry it, or let it air dry. It's your choice. So that's it. If you like that, send me likes, send me hearts. Share this with anyone. So we've covered wood and we've covered the tile. Now we're gonna talk about laminate floor. And again, mix and match. There's no right or wrong answer. So you can use mops, you can use microfiber ones. Just use ones that you can either wash. Some people like the disposable kind that you can throw away. That's fine too. No right or wrong answer. So we've used water for wood. We've used vinegar water for the tile. Now we're gonna go downstairs. Laminate is not that much different. So when I'm talking about laminate, not linoleum, but like pergo floors and that. And so we have that in our basement. Yes, a third kind of flooring. We also have carpet in our house. We have lots of different flooring. It's a long story. So we're gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my steamer and bring it downstairs, and I will help. So we're gonna get a little bumpy for a second. While you journey with us down the stairs, please tell us what you wanna see us clean in the comments. Please tell us what your worst thing is that you hate cleaning, or your favorite thing that makes you feel good when it's clean. Maybe clarify so we know what you're telling us is your favorite, your worst, your, all that good stuff. So let me grab my steamer. I'm gonna walk this way. Put that in the comments for us. And I'm gonna grab my steamer and we're gonna move slowly and carefully downstairs. All right, here we go. Welcome to my home. Okay, Brielle, be careful with the tripod. You might have to squeeze it in. We're filming down here. That was my husband. You say hi to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so this is a laminate floor, and I don't remember what brand it is, but this works on any laminate floor. So again, one thing that everybody talks about, and I'm gonna see if I can find a good example, because this one I would say in our house is the best and the worst for showing that oil stuff I was talking about, or footprint marks. So there is just a texture all over this floor in here, and it is, I used to use a spray cleaner and then wipe it with a microfiber cloth. Did I leave that down here? I thought I did. I wonder if my husband put it away. the one with just the yes, I did, so I think he did. This kind, the one that this went on, I used to spray the floor and then clean it with these on the plane mop. Speaking of clean, so we are often down here in the evenings and maybe, barefoot the most. This is also one of my dance spaces that my daughter and I practice our dance space in. We also wanted a floor that cleaned up really well for when kids came over and they spilled and whatnot. So that's why we put this in down here. So it often shows the shine will go away between cleanings, the oils, the spills, all of that shows the most, I think, on this floor. Same thing though, I use my steamer, but you can also use one of these push mops or the other mop with clean. Again, starting with a clean one, so I'm gonna take the dirty one off and move that over there. I'm gonna put this one on. And again, water is your friend. The more stuff you use on a floor like this, the more residue you're gonna leave behind. So you use a floor cleaner, it's gonna leave a residue behind. if you rinse it off, you're gonna be better off to get a clean one. So water is one of your good friends. Now on a floor like this, if you wanted to use vinegar, you could. I'm trying to plug it in. Sorry guys, it's stuck. There we go. You could use vinegar on a floor like this. That won't hurt this kind of floor. If you want to use the vinegar water on it to help break through some of the oils, because acidity will eat through oils, you could use a little bit of Castile soap or dish soap in a spray bottle and spray those hardy spots. But I often just use water, and the steamer again gets rid of the germs. So this is one of my favorite things to use. Let it heat up, get it going. Normally I work this way because I will go up the stairs we came down, so I will work my way. But for viewing purposes, I'm gonna go this way. So we're gonna go this way. What kind of things do you want to see on Hometalk? Other things. You don't have to put just cleaning things. You can put other things too. Now, I'm hoping you can see this. I'm gonna tell my daughter what I'm looking for, so she might be able to see too. As I mop, you're gonna see spots that look like it was mist, and that's the oils. Okay, so let's see if I can get any of that for you guys to see. Here's one right here. It just looks like it missed that spot. That's some oil on the floor, and it's okay if we can't. You'll know when you clean the floor. You'll see it. You're like, oh, it missed that spot. That's the oils. So just spend a little extra time there. Slow and steady, right? Staying alive. Are y'all singing that song with me now? I am. It's going to be in my head the rest of the day. So you're just going to go slow and steady. And again, the same thing from before. Don't stress if it doesn't all come up in one. You might have years of buildup sitting here. So keep that in mind. There's a bunch right there. Why? Because this is our blanket box. So we're always coming over it. See? And now it's gone. So just slow and steady. And it all cleans up. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you, Hometalk, for having me. If there's other things you want to see from Hometalk or from me, I know some of you have been seeing some of my other videos that I make with Hometalk. My little red truck, scarecrow, terracotta pods, my nutcracker, terracotta. I cannot say that word today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, anything you want to see, anything you're enjoying, feel free to put that in the comments. Anything that we can help with. There's a spot. Go ahead and get that. Why? Because it's right in front of all the accessories. All right, almost done. I won't do the whole floor because that would be really boring. There you go. I see a spot right there. I'm going to try again. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you can, send likes and hearts. Hopefully you're seeing this too. So again, say you got a greasy spot. Somebody spilled something on the floor. It's got that sock stuff stuck to it or whatever. You can just spray either some, Castile soap water mixture, Dawn dish soap water mixture, vinegar and water mixture, squirt, 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 and then clean it up. The soap one might leave residue behind. Vinegar tends to not leave. And this kind of floor, like I said, is not absorbent. And you can let these floors air dry. So, if you like this, please send likes, please send hearts. I'm going to try not to, well, I guess I'll just step on it. I'll clean it up later. Make some dirty footprints on it maybe, I don't know. So, that's it. I mean, the big secret to good at cleaning good floors is just clean cloths and good old water. And then just some little things to help get through the worst of it, the grout and the tile. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Hometalk, for having me. And I look forward to doing more lives with you. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.